Hello students, in our last session we have discussed about sound. See, sound is the way of communication with the people around us. Yes? So, without sound there is nothing. It is a common experience in our daily life. So, we have seen how the sound is produced, and in the last session we have seen different musical instruments also. So, here today we'll see different aspects of the sound. So, in the musical instruments we have seen that vibrating bodies produce sound. Yes, right children? Like we have seen the stringed instrument and the membrane based instruments also, like tabla, dholak and shanai, a flute, like this, veena, guitar, violin. So these are the different musical instruments. Vibrating bodies always produce sound. Next, we'll see that sound has energy. Now we'll perform an activity and check that sound has energy. Yes? See, now we'll see the activity that sound has energy. We have arranged a bottle within which a cell phone or mobile phone is kept, on which, like a diaphragm, we have arranged a balloon on it and some of the crystals of the salt have been kept. Now we'll observe what is going to happen. See, when we get the ring in the mobile phone, you can observe the vibration of the crystals of sand. They are moving because of the vibrations in the mobile. You can see the vibration of the sand crystals of the salt are also vibrating on the diaphragm. So thus we can say that sound has energy to make the crystals vibrate on the diaphragm. Right children? So we have seen that sound is an important part. Like we have to communicate with others means we need sound. Not only human beings, even animals also make sounds in different manners, as we have seen in the last session. So here, from where does this sound comes from? In a human body, in this part we had a larynx or voice box. So from here the sound will be produced. So important organs, larynx is the important organ in the production of sound. So here, when it has, the larynx has two muscular ligaments called vocal cords. So when they open and close, see, they open, here these are the open vocal cords. It helps in the passage of air. The air passes from this vocal cords and enters into the other parts of the body. So the air will pass from the open vocal cords and the sound will be produced when they are closed. They open and close and during the production of the sound. In this manner it will be produced from the vocal cord or larynx. Yes? Now we'll see how the sound travels from one place to another place. So this is called as propagation of sound. So if one person is speaking, you are able to hear it. So how a person's voice is reaching the other person? So it has to be traveled from one place to another place. That is, it has to propagate. So as we have seen that vibrating bodies produce sound. So there are vibrations in the sound. So these vibrations are nothing but the sound travels in the form of waves. So the sound needs a medium for propagation. To travel from one place to another place, it needs a medium for transferring or traveling. So sound travels in solids, liquids and gases also. So as the structure of the solid, the molecules are very closely packed. So it travels very fastly in solids. When in the medium, solid medium, the sound travels very fastly. Next, in liquids, it is slow compared to solids, but it travels in liquids also. And sound also travels in gaseous medium, but less slowly than the liquids. So the sound travels fastly in solids. Next comes liquids and gases. So sound needs a medium for traveling. If there is no medium, that is in vacuum, the sound cannot travel in vacuum. For example, you can see when you sit in the car and close all the windows or doors of the car, you cannot hear the voice of the person who is standing outside. So there is no movement, the air molecules or anything between the person inside the car and outside the car. So the sound cannot travel without any medium. That is, in vacuum, the sound cannot travel. Yes? Next we'll see the structure of the ear. So, as we have seen that sound will be produced from the voice box, that is the larynx, and there should be some organ for hearing. The sound is produced from the larynx or vocal cords from our voice box. So, we need an organ to hear the sound produced by our voice box. So, ears are the organs for hearing or listening to sounds. So, how this ear, the structure of the ear has been made up, we'll see. So, here, ear has three parts: external, middle and inner ear. So, these three parts, inside the middle ear, we have three bones: malleus, incus and stapes. Stapes is the smallest bone in our body. So, the sound, it enters through the tympanic membrane. It enters and reaches the inner ear. Through the cochlea, there is an oval window which has a surface area of 1/20th. So, the vibrations from the outside, it enter into the tympanic membrane. From there, the electrical signals have been reached to the nerves. From there, it will reach our brain, so that we can hear the sound. Then only we will respond to that sound. Yes? So, in this manner, we are able to hear the sound. And there are certain characteristics of this sound. What are the characteristics of the sound? So, loudness, feebleness, and amplitude. These are the characteristics of the sound. So, what is loudness? So, if you want to hear anybody's voice, if it is able to be heard by us, then only we can hear it. For example, if I am speaking very slowly, then what will happen? You cannot hear me. If I make the sound which is able to be heard, for example, in the school, when the bell is rung, what will happen? It will be heard by all the people in the school. They will be hitting the bell or ringing the bell very loudly. Yes? This is the production of the sound is very loud. When you are doing pledge in the or singing a song in the prayer or assembly, what is it? Is a feebleness. That is called feeble. It is only for a limited people it will be heard. The thing is called feeble. Next, amplitude. The vibrations per second is called as frequency. Yes, children? So, these are the different characteristics of the sound. Next, we'll see what is noise and music. See, children, noise is an unpleasant sound which cannot be beard by our ears. Yes? See, I'll show you an example. When I am hitting the plate with the spoon, will it be happy to listen? It will be irritating to our ears. This is called noise. Yes? the horn made by the vehicles or the factories, machines. So they produce a loud and unpleasant noise to our ears. We cannot bear that sound. That is called as noise. Unpleasant sound is a noise. And next, you listen to the songs and other things. I will show you. When you listen to the music, it will be very pleasant to our ears. Yes, this is a pleasant voice which can be very pleasant to our ears. Then the pleasant sound is called as the music. So unpleasant sound is the noise and pleasant sound is the music. Next, so the intensity of the sound, we can measure the intensity of the sound. So there are certain units for measuring the intensity of the sound. So decibels. So the intensity of the sound is measured by the decibels, dB. So these are the units for measuring the intensity of the sound. So silence, complete silence without any noise or sound is 0 decibels. If two persons are speaking to themselves or slowly they are making a little bit conversation, then it is 60 decibels. And if it is more than 100 decibels, it cannot be bared by our ears. It will be a loud noises like horns, production of sound by the machines, factories, like that. It will be more. So there is a certain audible range to our ears. So what is that audible range? We'll see. So there is a certain audible range to our ears. The ears has a capacity to bear certain decibels of sound or vibrations per second. See children, 20 vibrations per second are produced, then only we can hear. Less than 20 vibrations per second we cannot hear. So to 20,000 vibrations. 20,000 vibrations per second. So this is the audible range of the human ear. Below this 20 vibrations per second or more than 20,000 vibrations per second, our ears cannot hear it. Hence this is called as the audible range of our human ear. Yes. So now we are going to see what is sound pollution. Like any other pollution which are harming the human beings, air pollution, water pollution, thermal pollution, like that, even the sound also creates pollution around us. So it causes lot of problems in our well-being. So what are the different effects of sound pollution? See, when it increases, if we are listening to the sound more than the decibels which our ear can bear, it causes lot of health problems. So what are these? Sleeplessness, anxiety in our body, and high blood pressure and hypertension and etc. Like this, there are so many other related problems due to sound pollutions. So from where this sound pollution is causing? Like in the traffic, lot of sound given by the horns of the vehicles, and due to friction, the machines also produce lot of noise in the factories, and if at all the vehicles has become old, the silencers, due to the damage of the silencer, also produces a lot of noise in the traffic also. In home, mixing grinders also produce some sound, and during the festivals and functions like marriages, heavy noise given by beating drums and DJs they are going to play. It may be enjoyment for some people who are doing that, but it causes disturbance to other people. So we have to avoid this. We have to take certain measures to control the sound pollutions. So what are the different measures to be taken to control sound pollution? So we have to lubricate the vehicles whenever necessary, and the machinery which we are going to use in the factories. We have to use lubricants to decrease the friction, and also by decreasing the friction in the vehicles and machines in factories by using grease, oil, other lubricants, the production of sound can be controlled. And silencers has to be attached to the vehicles to decrease in the sound pollution. And also avoid using unnecessary DJs during the occasions. If at all necessary only, we have to use them, because it causes lot of disturbances to other people. And unnecessary, don't horn the vehicles on the road. It may cause problems to other people. So hope we should decrease the sound pollution by following certain things in our daily life.